Alright. Hello viewers out there, you're welcome once again to Sports Orbit. My name is Abacho. Salif Usman is also in the studio with me. Salif, welcome once again to Sports Orbit.
Thank you, Asho.
Alright, in today's edition of the program, we'll begin straight from the home front where the Minister of Sports, Senator John Owen Eno, has described the sports environment as toxic and too hot to handle. In an aggressive manner, the minister, who spoke at the reception held for Team Nigeria's wrestlers to the Paris Olympic, lambasted stakeholders and commentators alike for making life unbearable for him with their negative conversations following Team Nigeria's woeful outing at the Paris 2024 Games. Leadership Sports recalled that the recently concluded Paris 2024 Olympics ended with Nigeria facing a bitterly disappointing outcome marked by a lack of medals despite a whopping investment of 12 billion and a sizable contingent of 88 athletes competing in 12 sports at the game. Because basically the sports minister is beginning to see that the sports ministry is not an easy ministry as some would have it. Recall that when he was appointed, a few write-ups there had stated that a farmer coming into the sports ministry, it's not. But you see, these are the things we keep saying. Things like sports, there are some certain ministries where you can't just put the politicians to head. Things like, for instance, sports, health, education, agriculture, finance. You need people who have been in that system. If not, they are going to find it difficult. And here he's coming to say he thought sports was an easy thing, but he has confessed that look, this place is very hot. And toxic, but both from the stakeholders, because you are coming into a ministry where you have people who have been in that system for the past 25-30 years.
It's their career path.
Exactly, that's their career path, and you're just coming as an appointee, barely, who maximum you might spend 4 years and you'll be out. So maybe he thought that it was like other sectors where you just come in and you say one thing and everything goes, but he came out to find out that look, sports is not an easy ministry after all.
Yeah, and it cannot be easily minister. And at the same time, one thing that I deducted from his comment, sometimes public officials need to understand what it takes to be a public officer. And as far as we have accepted to be a public officers, right, using the government laws, everything, you move around at the expense of taxpayers' money, you're feeding your everything, your office, everywhere you travel, anywhere you go. It's all at the expense of the people. You can't enjoy all these laws bringing you to work for the people, and you are not working and expecting people to keep quiet. It's not done anywhere. If you are a public officer, and you remember that in the moment the employer you are accepted to be in the public officer, you should also forget that you have also lose your privacy. There are some certain things, and you can't be a minister of sport and Nigeria fail to perform. You preside over an event, you led the country with 88 athletes with a huge amount of money, and you went there, spend days, enjoy yourself with Estaco, spend your day in the hotel, everything, and you came back with nothing. And you said Nigeria should just clamp hand for going for be on the plane to Paris and come back without bringing any medal. And Nigerians are talking. We say, why should they talk? Because they are angry that some of them are not happy simply because he didn't carry them to the Olympics. It's got beyond that. And just like I said earlier, look, and just like you say earlier, you are just an appointee coming to the center. And some people from their life, for their entire life, they spend in the sport. And that's their livelihood. That's what they depend on. So if you mess up that setup, you are messing up their family, you are messing up their livelihood. And you say they shouldn't talk. Everybody should just clap hand for you that you went and spend over 9 billion and come back with nothing. And they say they shouldn't talk. Okay, you are not beginning lamenting that the station, some people are just being there, be aggressive, they are being animosity, they have a long-standing issue with each other, and they are waiting for him to fail. That when he went to all Nations Cup, they play in the final, they didn't talk. They went to all Africa game, they win medal, they didn't talk. Okay, when you went to, even you said they didn't talk, even you. When you went to the Africa Cup of Nations, what was your role? What was your role as a minister in the Africa Cup of Nations? But you came back, you wanted to take the glory that you played in the final. But you went to the Olympics and you failed, you say you were not involved, you are not directly involved. Because you now fail, you say you are not directly involved. But when they win, you say you want to take the road that you are doing well. But when they fail, you say you are not directly involved, that the federation president are not allowing you, did not allow you to take charge. So it's quite unfortunate, and I think it's better to me, in my view, if they are not, if they are sorry, should rather keep quiet. It's yes, after the game, he's good. He apologized to Nigeria. He's very sorry. He should just stay on that apology and don't stay down on that apology. Okay, we are sorry, we didn't perform, but this is what we are going to do well in the next game. Rather than for him to begin from one point or at any opportunity, he wanted to attack Nigeria back. You can't attack Nigerians because you can't spend Nigerians' money and come back with another and expect Nigeria to just keep quiet.
Let's move away from that now to another story where it's been reported, of course, over the weekend that former Sweden coach Jan Andersson has been reported linked to the Super Eagles vacant job, although the NFF has not yet made any official announcement. Some reports have it that the Swedish who qualified his country for the Russia 2018 World Cup is a leading candidate for the Nigeria's national team job. If Andersson is appointed, he will become the second Swede to manage Super Eagles following Lars Lagerbäck, who led Nigeria to the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Another Swedish coach, Thomas Dennerby, also managed Super Falcons, Nigeria's senior women's national team, at the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup in France. Because his managerial credentials are solid, having led IFK Nokopin to their first title in 2016, which subsequently earned him his national team job. Of course, over the weekend it started as a rumor, like we say, no smoke without fire, but we'll see how that pans out in the coming weeks. And like we keep saying, I hope NFF they know what's involved in bringing in a foreign coach. Usually they don't come cheap, and hope this won't be another story of a coach who will be coming to steer the team, and later we'll hear that for the past 5 months after taking job, he's yet to receive a penny as salary.
Another part-time coach.
Exactly.
But it's really unfortunate that we have said something here on this consigned Super Eagles job. But it's clear that those that are concerned, those that are supposed to take a decision, that refuse to learn or refuse to act. Okay, after they finish the judge exit, it's over 2 months now. Now, and just like I will say last week, we have a crucial Nations Cup qualifier coming up next month. We are the danger of losing out or not qualifying for the World Cup. Having played 4 matches without winning a single one, and that as if that is not enough. And now we also have a Nations Cup. Don't be surprised that something can happen. If you don't have to, you are not well prepared. We can may not qualify for the Nations Cup. But it doesn't bother those that are supposed to take the decision on behalf of Nigeria as far as this decision is concerned. But how, for crying out loud, how will it take you for too long to decide just to appoint a coach for a national, just a coach? And at the same time, since exit of Philippe the George, several coaches have been linking to this job. How many people will going to leak the entire whole coaches in the world before they appoint anyone? What criteria is NFF looking for that I have not seen in all these coaches that have been mentioned? And if you find that yes, you don't have money to hire a foreign coach, why not stay with your own local coaches and get a local coach? If you need the judges out there, the several local coaches are still within. Okay, after the exit of Philip George, we have found about Renard linking to the job. We have found Thomas Sentiev linking to the job. Stephen former England coach also linking to the job. And now here again, and that's within coach Andersson being linking to the job. And in all this, right from Renard, Thomas Sentiev, Steve Klein, it's the former England coach, and this one, NFF have refused either denying or confirming it. All just keep quiet. There's also another rumor that Shamsi will likely come back as a Super Eagles coach. Remember that his expired last week, and now he's free to coach anything. And we heard that the minister is pushing for shares here to come back as a national team coach. Even as much as someone if that happen, that could even be an ideal situation for everybody.
Exactly.
I think Nigeria will be quite. Nigerians will be very quite excited with that decision if the NFL will be bold enough to take that decision. Here we thought we don't qualify for the World Cup. Let's plan begin to learn a program that will drive Nigeria football national team in the next 5 years. In the next 5 years to come. rather than being looking to all one coach tomorrow night. Don't be surprised. I moved. There's another from my Mali coach. Was also looking to the job. A fresh guy. So don't be surprised that tomorrow I'll hear and the coach Alpha is being looking to the job.
Who knows? Okay, let's move on from that now to the Falconets, where they have stormed Colombia for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. That's talking about the Falconets. Of course, the coach Christopher Danjuma led side touchdown yesterday. I think so, yes, for preparing for the Under-20 World Cup. Of course, their first game will come up on Friday, 23rd of August, against the Mexicans. Of course, then the other countries who are in their group. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they've been in there. I'm trying to get the other members of the group, but the Falconets are already in Colombia to prepare, for the 23-day tournament as it begins during the week.
Well, we the team well, and we hope that they will be able to do very well. And just like the coach that you want to say, their mission is to do and win the title. It's always the mission. And at this particular stage, I think Nigeria we are not done badly. Playing the final in 2010, playing the final in 2014, and even we're in the semi-final in 2012. So I think what we need to do, the best is to go further this time around, is to win the title. Having played in the final 2 times, and I hope that the current squad of the Falconets will be able to actually execute that promise that Nigeria is aiming for. Because looking at the team, we have a very promising young stars, particularly some of those guys that play in the 7 who have been graduated to that team, and we hope that with everything on their side and with the right motivations and the right everything, the girls will be able to conquer in Colombia.
Of course, to other stories, foreign news this time, Ademola Lookman has been left out of Atalanta squad for Monday's match, that's today, against Lecce in the Serie A. The Super Eagles winger is being linked with a move to Paris Saint-Germain. Report said that he has informed the Serie A club he does not want to be involved because he may have the chance to move to the French champions. However, PSG are yet to bid for Lookman, who featured against Real Madrid in the Super Cup. Well, of course, rumors, as it were, for Lookman since the departure of Mbappe. PSG have been looking for a proper replacement. The other time we heard Osimhen, now we are hearing Lookman, but they are yet to narrow down to a particular person. But impressively, PSG also started their campaign on the winning note, winning 4-1 against Le Havre, if I'm not mistaken, without an Mbappe in that squad. So looks like so far so good for them.
Yeah, looking a good way to start, but just like you said, they still need a front striker, but at the same time, looking at Lookman be the right person in that front striker, being the leading striker to fight the backhand level by Mbappe. It's a different team, but the similar choice would have been basic choice, even though that one has not even died off completely. But for me, just like I feel very surprised, it's what a shocking one when I heard it, so that they're already looking towards Lookman. To take him being the leading role for the striker. But if you're looking at the Lookman, it's not a bad player
at all.
He has also proved himself as one of the goal scorer. He did that after, and the hat-trick he scored in the Europa League is still a talk of the town. He talk within the world. Everybody is still talking about it, referring him that striking action that he did that fight against the Leverkusen has earned him a serious name and earned him the reputations in European football. But it looks like him too. But I'm surprised that sometimes there are some things that we may not know all in the media. There are some things that go behind the scene that are not open to the media. Even for a player to often begin already open out of his team squad, and when we are in another accord here that the PSG are yet to even submit official request or official bid for the player. So the thing is looking very confusing. But what gives him that impetus? Okay, he already have the confidence he's going to move to the one side and asking to be let out of the squad when you are not when the team in particular has not even come out front fully to bid for you. But I hope that at the end of the day, it will not going to pay back on the man for taking that decision to be left out of the squad.
Exactly. All right, now to some CAF Champions League. News where Rangers coach Fidelis Ilechukwu said his side will do the double over US Zilip Maju of Comoros. The Nigerian champions defeated their host 1-0 in the first leg of the prelim round encounter on Sunday. That was yesterday. And interestingly, the Comoros side also have adopted the Goswe Akpabio Stadium as their
home match.
Yes, exactly. So they will also be playing the return leg. Yes, for I think they don't have a stadium, so they decided to adopt. So for Rangers, this will be like playing a 2 home games.
Play home in the way I really describe that. Well, that is quite unfortunate. Really interesting. This is the first time I'm hearing a foreign country adopted a pitch in Nigeria. Although it has happened several times, but I hardly heard of another country adopting Nigeria pitch to play for playing their home matches. Well, that is good, and it's also that will also help the Leshuku side, the Rangers, some level of expenses that will help them to cut down the expenses of traveling on international flight to Comoros. Well, congratulations to Rangers for winning the first leg, and it's good that we hope that they'll be able to do Nigeria proud this time around, probably get to the group stage of the competition.
All right. We'll go on a quick break. When we return, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
And Brighton getting their second goal just a few minutes later. It's been a stroll in the Merseyside sunshine, and it might get worse for Everton here as Adingra comes forward, and Adingra slots it! Beautiful from Simon Adingra!
And Stevens to the goalkeeper. Gordon closes down, given away by McCarthy. Isak, Shoa Linton! Yes! Shoa Linton for 10-man Newcastle United. Southampton with all.
All right. Welcome back from that break. Now to the CAF Confederations Cup, where El Kanemi Warriors coach Aliu Zubairu has attributed his team's 1-1 draw against Daji FC of the Republic in their first leg CAF Confederations encounter to a lack of adequate pre-season matches. The President Federations Cup champions were held at home on the adopted Grand Remo Star Stadium in Ekene on Saturday, as they needed a stoppage time goal by Gimba Ajiji to salvage the result. But of course, according to him, he's blaming that for lack of much preseason games going into the encounter.
Yeah, in as much as I'm not a technical person, in my own view, apart from the coach blaming on lack of poor preparation for the game, I think another things in my view that accounted for that draw should have also been played away from home, because this is a Northern African team, not Northern Nigerian team, all the way from Bruno, traveling to all southwest in Ekene in Ogun State to play your home matches. If this match would have been played in Beduguri, God knows the kind of fans and the supporters that you have at your back that will ginger. But to get that marginal support, they will lack that support in Ekene. Initially, they were hoping to play this match in Abuja at the Musu Abiola National Stadium, but probably the Abuja National Stadium was not considered good enough. And these are some of the things that are supposed to concern the minister. How can you have a pitch, a national stadium of that magnitude, your office located within the premises, and it doesn't concern you over a years now on how to make that pitch playable? Rather, you were abusing and getting angry for people why some people question you why you spend 9 billion without a medal. They're supposed to. I was aware of the request to play that match in the stadium in Abuja National Stadium, and the reason may not be far from the fact that the pitch was not good enough to play that match. And now the El Academy, it's quite unfortunate the way we talk about sport here. We are just rubbing the wound on the surface. You can't claim to develop sport if you don't have a facility. You mean in the entire northeast Nigeria? there's no any single stadium there where El Kanemi don't have a stadium. They don't have a stadium in Bauchi. Abakatapawa stadium in Bauchi. It's not good to play. Gombe, Patami stadium in Gombe. It's not good. All stadiums in Gombe, they are not, and those governors and those government, they didn't consign them.
Exactly.
They were busy politicians moving around about politics, and they don't care or something that will improve on the development of sport, or something that will improve in terms of security level.
Yeah.
Well, in my view, it's just because of the playing away from home. That could have been the major problem, not probably because of the poor preparation.
All right, let's move away from that to some foreign news now, where Barcelona midfielder Ike Gundogan has reportedly asked to leave the Spanish La Liga giants this summer transfer window. Recall that the German only joined from Man City last summer. According to report, Gundogan has now handed in a transfer request, and Barcelona chief are also said to be open to selling the player in the bid to ease their financial issues this term. Well, who knows what could be the reason having just joined Barcelona last season?
Maybe the play time.
Exactly.
Maybe the play time. They find out that he's not prominent in the program of the new coach. And
the key player at Man City.
Yeah, it's like take the word out of me. Sometimes, and some of the things the player need to work out. Sometimes you are a hero somewhere. Before you move, you have to calculate and look well. And some of that, even this similar issue of moving from Napoli. Some of us are even of the opinion, yes, you have achieved what you want to achieve at Napoli. But if you say the environment is not right outside there, why not just stay there and play this season? Since you have committed yourself for a long time through another 5 years contract, why not just stay there and play this season?
Exactly.
Now, Dugan was the captain of Man City, a key player at Man City. He left for Barcelona. I think that they have achieved everything. But Man City left for Barcelona, and now he has returned to ordinary player. Now he's not asking that he wants to leave. Maybe probably he's not having enjoyed time. He's not having enough play time.
So no, exactly. Of course, let's quickly go to the Premier League now. Of course, beginning from Man City, where Erling Haaland, continue from where he stopped as City defeated 2-0 in their title defense opening match against Chelsea. Of course, Chelsea with a new coach, former Guardiola's assistant Enzo Maresca led the Blues to their first game on Saturday, and it was not a good outing for the Blues, in their first game, as they defeated 2-0 by Man City, who are the current holders of the Premier League. So Chelsea looks like another season. Well, maybe it's too early to. Well, you could say starting your game against Man City. I mean, for any team in the Premier League, they could have suffered, any similar fate.
Yeah, any team playing your first season against a defending champion, you should always know what to expect. And at the same time, playing a new coach playing his first match against his own boss. Who you understood it, it's also you expect what to expect. But one thing I find funny in that match is that if you remember, the Chelsea are very good spender, and after they also spend a whole bogus amount of money this summer.
But they now have like 42 players.
Now most of all the players they recruited in those, none of them make that first squad. So you can imagine that Chelsea are always buying out of need. You just buy player for the sake of say you hear people want to buy. Exactly. You are not buying to solve the problem. You just hear the name, you go after it because you have the money. How can you in the first game of the season, all the player you spend bogus amount of it, all of them are profitable, no single of them make a bench in the first season. And now they want to spread that thank God they are talking about Osimhen. It's not about saying you want to buy player, but do you have the need for the player you want to buy?
Exactly. All right. Let's look at other Premier League results. Of course, first game of the season, it was Fulham. United won that one. Of course, most of the matches on Saturday. Liverpool also, with a new coach, started the season well. 2-0 over Ipswich Town. Arsenal 2-0 over Wolverhampton. Well, for Everton, not good times for them as they fell 3-0 to Brighton and Hove. At home, Nottingham Forest 1-1 against Bournemouth. Newcastle United also with a victory in that one against Southampton. While for West Ham United, they lost 2-1 to Aston Villa. Brentford defeated Palace 2-1, while Leicester City and Hotspur, final game of the week 1 will take place later on tonight. But looking at this table? Any matches? Any surprise?
Obviously, there's no surprise. If you look at the first day one of the league, it clearly showed us what is going to give you an indication what to expect this season. All the big boys, all the big teams who won their matches with the exception of Chelsea, and you understand why Chelsea have to lose because they come against the defending champion. Which obviously, if they come against any other opponent, you would have expect to go any other way too. But it is fast-tracking day one for the big boys, and Man U, just like you say, started well. Arsenal the same thing. Liverpool, under the new coach, also started well. Aston Villa have to start from where they stopped last season. They were surprise team among the top 4 last season, and then showing that their last season was not just a fluke. They started well against the West Ham, not just a small team, beating winning the match away to West Ham. So it clearly gives us an indication that we are in for another tough season, and obviously all the big boys, all the tough, except for the Tottenham that is here to play. We are going to watch them in tonight. So everybody appear ready for this season, and we can't wait to see what is going to hold up for this season. So all we just expect a total knock around game. But this is for all the big boys. You can't, in as much as it's too early to who may be likely win that. We still suspect that all the big boys, the Chelsea, Arsenal, Man U, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Aston Villa, we expect them to occupy the first to the 6th position. But it's going to be very, very tough this season.
Yeah. All right. With that, we call it a day on today's edition of Sports Orbit. We'll be back again during the weekend to give you another fresh and exciting edition of the program. Do join us once again. Santo, thank you for being in studio today.
Thank you, Ashu.
Until we come your way, do have a wonderful week. My name is Alpha Acho and it's back now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.